A little bit about WorldWise, please.
Sure. WorldWise Global Schools is Ireland's national development education programme for the post-primary sector, so secondary schools. So we work directly with secondary schools and also with NGOs and networks who also work in the post-primary sector.
And can you give me an example of any types of partnership or collaboration work you have done or been involved in the past?
Sure. So I suppose the whole approach of WorldWise Global Schools is based on collaboration, and that takes a number of different forms. First of all, we would provide funding and support to multiple entities, both schools and also clusters, networks and NGOs, and that involves a certain level of collaboration. But then we would also have work in partnership. So for example, with other entities that are pursuing similar strategic goals within the post-primary sector, or for example looking to progress a certain area, so looking to embed development education within the curriculum, for example, or within CPD, continuous professional development for teachers. So in specific areas we found that partnering with like-minded organisations who also share strategic aims has been very productive.
Could you mention one of those organisations and why that partnership has been particularly effective?
Sure. It would not be a formal partnership, but we have worked in collaboration with the NCCA, the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, in the development of our Doing DevEd series. This is a series of guidance notes to help teachers teach mainstream subjects using a DevEd lens. And it's been really important to tailor those guides to new curriculum specifications coming out, particularly at junior cycle. So the input of the NCCA has been really critical in that regard.
And what do you think overall are the benefits to partnership or collaboration working?
I think particularly when you're working in development education, but I suppose in any sector, capacity is an issue. So we have a very small staff team. So if we're to have the reach and the impact that we want to have, even if we only have a small number of staff positions, working collaboratively and in partnership helps us to get that reach, and also strategically helps us to affect change in a range of different areas. So that to me would be the major plus.
And in terms of barriers that people may encounter as they develop partnerships, what do you think are some of the barriers that people should look out for?
I suppose it's important to be clear from the outset what you want to achieve through a collaboration, and finding that point of commonality is important, but also being clear on other areas that you're seeking to work on, and these may not be the same. So I think being open from the beginning about what you want to get from a collaboration and what your overall purpose is important, because without that you might run into difficulty afterwards.
And in terms of a formula or some ingredients for managing a partnership or collaboration in terms of keeping it moving along smoothly, have you any words of advice?
Communication, remaining in contact, so that things don't just slip and so people don't assume on ways of working, because the assumptions that are being made on both sides might be slightly different, and over time that can become very different. So maintaining communication, and also making sure you are contacting the correct person within an organisation. You may have a good existing working relationship with somebody, but they might not be the best strategic fit for the work you're trying to do with that organisation. So try to suss that person out and target them.